President Trump got targeted by the Department of Justice.
So my position is that I believe Trump is antithetical to everything American, whether that is him abusing powers, going against the Constitution. I mean, mainly those two things. His foreign policy, national policy is obviously all pretty atrocious. But if you want to talk about him abusing executive powers, I'd like to talk about that.
President Trump got targeted by the Department of Justice. He goes out of his way to also show lawfare, goes after both parties, and drops the charges against a Democrat mayor, Eric Adams. Dropping charges without prejudice happens all the time. Biden did it for a lot of cases that the Trump administration had. If we want to talk abuse of power, maybe we should talk about how Joe Biden pardoned his entire family the last hour of his presidency. How Joe Biden pardoned Anthony Fauci preemptively, and Adam Kinzinger preemptively, and Liz Cheney preemptively, and Adam Schiff preemptively. Not that Donald Trump's DOJ dropped charges against Eric Adams. Joe Biden is the one that had to preemptively pardon his brother and his entire crime syndicate with the stroke of a pen the last hour of his presidency. If anybody is abusing power, it would be the prior president who didn't even know he was president, not Donald Trump.
Okay, so, I mean, you kind of pivoted there, but I will acknowledge what Joe Biden did was probably a corrupt abuse of actions. I would say abuse of power, but you also have to acknowledge Donald Trump is also abusing power in the same instant.
How? Because you keep saying that.
Because yes, he's extorting him because he's now letting ICE run jurisdiction in Rikers Island, which Mayor Adams signed an executive order letting ICE go back into Rikers Island.
Okay, so what are your facts? Where are the documents? Where are the first-hand, original source testimony that showed there's an extortion at play? That's a huge accusation.
I mean, you're downplaying it, but
of course I am. Because let's be honest, why is it that Eric Adams was indicted?
Because he got caught of committing federal crime.
No, because Eric Adams was the only blue state mayor in the country to speak out against Biden's mass migration invasion. And they used Eric Adams as an example to try to say, if you dare step out of line against the 10 million people that come across the southern border, we will come against you. But how is it an abuse of power to do what the Department of Justice is constituted to do?
Because this isn't based off any evidence. This is a federal indictment. Obviously, if you want to make the distinction that he tried, his immigration policy could be reflective of why he got charged, that is only speculation. There'd be zero proof in that. What we do know is that Mayor Adams did go to Mar-a-Lago, and then, 3 days later, he got the charges dropped on him without prejudice? And if it was corrupt, why is he dropping without prejudice? Why wouldn't he just drop the charges or pardon him?